What's going on, everybody? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I wanted to wait until the weekend to talk about this, but frankly, it's just gotten so big that I pretty much need to talk about it now, just because it's. Then again, who knows? Maybe it's just going to blow out of proportion and snowball even worse from after I make this video. But lately, some rumors of some proper, true, current at least anyway, PlayStation exclusives may be coming to PC later this year. Now, there's two of them that are fairly high profile, or at least decently profiled, with potentially more to follow as well. So the current rumours are Dreams and Horizon Zero Dawn. Now Dreams was hinted at by someone who works at Eurogamer, and social justice warrior blog Taku have said that several people close to the project of bringing Horizon Zero Dawn to PC have all confirmed it in different ways and shapes and forms and whatnot. Now I don't care personally for Dreams or Horizon Zero awards, but the latter launching in February of 2017, when you think about it, that's about 3 years ago now. And everything about this whole situation intrigues me. Now, when you look at it, Microsoft, their competition of Sony, obviously, are already basically doing this as it is. They're already releasing games, no matter what it is, on PC, day and date, for years now. And they're even working on bringing over some of their older stuff as well. Ever since the likes of Quantum Break, they've been releasing stuff on PC day and date as well. Forza games, Gears of War, and probably most notably Halo Reach. And of course, like I said, they're porting over some of the back catalogue. We have the Master Chief Collection as well coming. And this will be the case going forward as well when the Xbox releases. Halo Infinite, what will eventually be Gears 6, what will eventually be the inevitable Halo sequel, will all be coming to Xbox and PC day one. Now, on top of this, Sony have previously, just recently actually, said that they're planning to broaden the reach of their experiences by extending onto other platforms. And in a sense, they've partially already done this, kind of, but not really in a way. Sony have already had previously second party, what were exclusive at the time anyway, games go to PC, with the likes of Quantic Dream and, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. And I don't know if it really counts because this was always confirmed since its initial announcement, but you have Death Stranding as well, which is coming to PC in the summer of 2020. But that was announced from day one, rather than Quantic Dream games, which, through kind of a different deal and purchase and buyout and all, went differently. But let's go back to the whole situation involving PC, PlayStation exclusives, or possibly former exclusives, or however you want to view them as, and what this could mean going forward and all the different sides of it. Now, before we go anywhere, I do want to remind everyone that when it comes to making money, console makers, developers, publishers, typically manufacturers in this case, make all their money, or the majority of their money, their vast majority of their money, on software sales, meaning games and licensing fees from other companies to launch games on their platform. And of course, I do want to start off by saying it's unlikely that we'll ever see their top tier franchises on PC, with the likes of maybe Uncharted, The Last of Us, God of War, etc., etc. But I could be wrong because, well, we have a couple of things against it in this little list we're about to do. But there is plenty of room for their second tier stuff, if you will. Some maybe Days Gone, although frankly, with how bad that game looks, you can keep that, Sony. But there's plenty of other stuff out there too. So, first off, coming to PC in general would be great overall. No matter where you sit on it, if you're logical about it and you're not blindly defending Sony and whatnot, coming to PC overall is a better idea. Because typically, when you look at many of the Sony games, I say many because not all of them, like Days Gone looks awful from a visual standpoint, but many of the other games that Sony puts out, given the hardware that they have to work with, look really, really good. Now imagine them looking even better on PC, better visuals, better resolution, better effects. And of course, more importantly, proper, playable, true frame rate, making the game more responsive and overall better to play. Objective facts. And of course, depending on the type of game, you might have a better input. Like, who knows, maybe Killzone Shadowfall gets ported over, and look, 60 FPS and a mouse and keyboard. The best way to play a first-person shooter, with a mouse and keyboard. Now, secondly, it's kind of interesting that one of the games in question here is Horizon Zero Dawn, because Guerrilla Games used the Decima engine for Horizon Zero Dawn. Now, this is the same engine that Guerrilla Games gifted to Kojima to use for his new studio for Death Stranding. So Death Stranding, remember, which is also coming to PC, uses the Decima engine, since it's a multiplat. And given that these consoles, or specifically the PS4 and PS4 Pro, are based on 64-bit x86 architecture already, and then you have Kojima Studios' work for PC and porting it to PC hardware specifically, that probably all helped and could be transferred over in some way. Now, thirdly, while I doubt we'll ever see day and date releases, like say for example launching on PS4, PS5 and PC at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if Sony were to adopt first on PS4 and then later on PC. Maybe 1 or 2 or 3 years later, 18 months or something like that. Something like that could be entirely possible. Naturally, a game's biggest hype and biggest sales period is usually at launch and shortly after. And I do think it's very, very fitting that the people that are most upset and butthurt by this are the PlayStation fanboys. And that's because they have aligned themselves and created this image in their mind, this whole brand identity, this box that they chose to support. Maybe it's because they can't afford a second one, maybe it's because they only want to choose one, or hell, believe it or not, I've seen people buy stuff like Microsoft because they're American, hating on Sony because Sony are Japanese. It's very strange. There's a lot of weird people out on the internet. But all of that aside, it really shows that the companies, at the end of the day, do not give a shit about this whole supposed console war that's just completely manufactured by fanboys. Businesses want to make money. Businesses want to maximize profit. And expanding your market to a platform with a factor of multiple times of users can yield huge returns and huge profits, especially when a game like this, Horizon Zero Dawn in this case, is constantly dirt cheap. It's basically lost all its true value, if you will, on that platform, that one being the PS4. The game is constantly €10 on sale. You can pick it up dirt cheap, pre-owned, anywhere. You can get it on sale brand new in stores. So you could see the potential value to launching it to hundreds of millions of PC users with a better version of their game, maybe one that they've never played before. And sure, maybe they couldn't get away with selling it for 60, but maybe they could sell it for 30. Maybe they could sell it for 40. Maybe it's not full price, but it's somewhere in between. And there you have it, hundreds of millions of potential sales at X price. Some people would even argue along the lines of, oh, well, maybe if we release it on PC, it will get people interested in the sequel and buy a PS5 for it. I think that's a bit far-fetched. Granted, it is a potential for a very, very, very minute fraction of gamers and PC players that would do something like that. But hey, you never know. So you can see there's plenty of valid reasons for it to come over. And remember, I say this as someone who has absolutely no interest in either Dreams or Horizon Zero Awards. Or should we now call it Horizon Multiple Platforms? Whatever. Whichever works better. So basically, unless you're a fanboy idiot who thinks that launching on multiple platforms instead of just an exclusive will cut into sales, and you can fall back on the whole thing where, oh, well, you know, we need exclusives to make them buy our console. Which is technically true, but hey, I'm more of a fan of getting better versions of games where I want to play them. Besides, let's be real, everything should be on PC. We're the best. Oh, and no, the shitty PS Now streaming service that it's already on, that you can use it to technically play on PC, doesn't count. We're talking proper, natively rendered, local hardware. But where do you stand on the whole situation? Are you really happy about this potential idea and the potential going forward that other stuff could come to PC if all this turns out to be true? After all, if they do launch Horizon multiple platforms on PC and they see a huge resurgence in sales and a massive stream of revenue, you damn well better believe they're going to see, oh hey, we sold 10 million units on one day. Granted, it's probably not that high, but you see my point. They can earn another extra revenue stream. Maybe we will see Uncharted Maybe we will see The Last of Us. Maybe we will see God of War. And just for the sake of it, out of all those games I listed, I only care about one of them. But where do you sit on the whole situation? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Are you happy about it? Are you sad about it? Are you irrationally irate and salty about it all over Twitter? Or what's the deal? Let me know all of that good stuff in the comment section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video, and while you're at it, why not head on over and hit the subscribe button and even ring that little notification bell. Granted, getting a notification from YouTube in current year about a new video upload or a live stream or whatever is a whole other story. But hey, at least you can say you tried, am I right? As always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the rest of the videos in my channel.